highly respected Datos, CEOs, Managing Directors, General Managers, and all respected members of the audience. We are from Siliconmax Technology, and today we are here to introduce to you an AR/VR, augmented reality and virtual reality training solution for the industry. So first and foremost, I'd like to briefly make my case. So although there are many training institutions, organizations, and companies who still train their employees using a very traditional style. So they use a whiteboard and marker, some even use PowerPoint slides. But as we move into the new era of technology, we need to accelerate the learning process for our employees, right? So that's where we come in. So we are introducing a learning solution that uses augmented and virtual reality, right, for all your employees and for those who you want to train. So these are the features that we have highlighted. So the first one here is called perception of depth. So with this, you are able to clearly visualize all your content, whatever that you desire to train and equip, upskill, reskill your employees. Number two, 360 immersive view. So with this, you are able to you no longer have a viewing experience that is two-dimensional, like what you are viewing in your normal display. But the viewing experience this learning solution offers is three-dimensional and it's beyond. And lastly is kinesthetic realism. So this feature over here emphasizes a sense of reality. Although your content is digital, but it closes the gap, right, between what is digital and real. So your employees will have a better sense of connection and familiarity with what they are being trained with. And we engage in in two types of programs. So the first one here is career and technical education. This is more for schooling. And the second one over here is industrial training programs. And this is what we emphasize, and this is for all the training institutions and for all the employers who wish to train, upskill, reskill their employees. So why us? Why our learning solution? So first and foremost, our augmented and virtual reality solution does not require anyone to wear any form of device, like goggles for instance. All that is required is yourself and your naked eye to view the display, to view the learning solution. And number two, our learning solution comes with a sense of realism, as I have previously explained. And lastly, it abides with all the latest industrial standards. Right, so there's no need to worry. And among the benefits we have listed here, the first one here is reduced expenses. So if you use our learning solution and equip it for your training purposes, you'll not only be using it for training, but you can also use it for sales. You can pass it over to your sales team, and they can, whether you are a solutions integrator or OEM, you're able to use this and engage with your customers in a way that you are able to bring your content to life. And number two, you're able to provide any form of training content that you desire. So you will work with us and you give us all your requirements and we will develop something for you to use to train your employees. Next, we have prepared several applications to show you here today, and we will do a live demo just a moment later. So I'll just give you a brief rundown of what we have. So these are related to mechanical engineering. So what it covers basically are pneumatics, hydraulics, and so on. Moving on, these are robotics. So for those who are in the robotics industry and wish to train your employees on the basic principles of how an industrial robot works, you can do so using our applications over here. And these are for production line, how to train your employees to wire a control panel, for example, and how to operate machinery in the production line itself. But all these training apps and modules come with software that will allow the person who's being trained to study them in real time. So once they change a certain parameter, something else will happen. They'll be able to learn from their mistakes before getting themselves into the production line itself. So these are, next is E&E electronics, so basic circuit building, all the electrical components. These are automotive. What's special here is also we have something related to EVs as well. And last but not least, this is a CAD viewing software. So any 3D model that your team designed, you're able to upload the design into the software, and you're able to view all your 3D models, all the content will come to life, essentially. So that's about it. Now we will move into a much more fun session where my colleague Lee Hong here will demonstrate live. So here we have the first application. This is a pneumatics one. And over here, this is a air motor. So as you can see, this is a 360 immersive view live happening. He's picking it up with his stylus. He's able to control, view it at every angle. There's a little animation that is playing, and that's because of these features that are over here at the bottom. Right. And now he's able to pull it out. He can dissect the module as well. You can train your employees as to how to assemble this part, for instance, or how to disassemble. And next, there's also a perspective view. You can see the model in different perspectives, in different cross-sectionals, in different diagonals. And the next feature is a perspective view. So you're able to make the exterior of the motor transparent so that you can see what's inside, and you can reveal the interior mechanism of the motor itself. And lastly, you're able to hide. So by clicking this feature, you are able to hide any part of the motor. So this is the first live demo example, and in this training module as well, it provides the ability for those who are being trained to study how to build a circuit. So for example, as you can see, he's picking up different components like a valve, and then he's able to make a connection. And at the end of this, he's able to simulate the circuit and to see how it actually works. So right now, he's trying to make a connection from this point all the way to here. At this point all the way to here. Yes. And right now there's a little animation that's playing, indicating that you have correctly assembled the circuit. Alright. So for the next one, we will get into a robotics application to show you live. So this is certainly a more engaging way, immersive way, interactive way, rather than a somewhat boring whiteboard illustrated concept. So over here, she's toggling a basic robotic structure that you could find in a typical production line. And here she's able to pull it out and show it in a much more engaging way. So over here as well, this module will allow you to train how to assemble, disassemble the control panel. So over here, he's showing us live how to do it. So there will be instructions laid out for you over here, and all you have to do is follow the instructions, and you'll be able to completely disassemble this entire control panel. Right. So right now he's using the tools that is provided over here to toggle all the different screws and the likes. So there will be an animation that is playing as well. So that's about it, and due to time constraint, we are not going to completely disassemble the entire control panel. So next we will move on to another training module that we'd like to show you. Right, so this is related to PLCs. Okay, so over here we have an example of a motherboard over here. And as you can see, the detail this 3D model provides is astounding. You can see up to very little components itself. and all the different solder points. And this is very useful for those companies who are dealing with electronics on a daily basis. And over here, this is a standard PLC programming language, which is the ladder diagram. And over here, he is going through this module where he is simulating a circuit that uses a PLC. And what you can do with this as well, you can simulate real-time the PLC program that you have written. So right now he's writing a very simple PLC code. And as he's doing, you will notice that if he makes an error, there will be an error message that pops up at the bottom over here. It shows that he has done an error, a mistake. So if you manage to completely write the circuit error-free, and the description shows that there are 0 errors. And after he's done writing the program, he's able to simulate as well this mechanism. So this is a glass sliding door. So with clicking the appropriate buttons, he's able to show this mechanism working. And you are able to do this in an augmented perspective as well. You're able to pull it out of the screen and show what you've done. Alright, thank you. So we'll move on to another program that we have. So this is related to E&E engineering. So here you are able to do a few things. Study the different electrical and electronic components. Right? And you're also able to learn how to do circuit building. So over here, right now, the first thing it's doing is studying how a basic electronic component works. So you're able to perform simple simulations. You can do all the features that I've previously explained. You're able to dissect, see where are the contact points for the wiring, and show different perspectives, and even hide different parts of the component. So next, this is the circuit building training. So how do you build the entire circuit from the control panel itself? So over here you can see this is very useful for training, where once you are able to see which parts of the components that you're supposed to be wiring. And so due to time constraint, it's not going to wire individually each component to each other, but rather it's going to immediately skip all the steps and straight away simulate them. So once he has correctly wired all the components, you can see that the motor itself is turning on. And once you click the button, the green button, it turns on the motor. Once you click the red button, it stops the motor. So this is an interactive way to learn. And over here, this is the circuit breaker. So you can turn it off and on to toggle the power coming into the motor. Right, and this has augmented perspective as well. So once you're done, you're able to pull it out and show what you've done to those around you. Right, and next we have another electrical engineering module. So the interesting thing about this module is that when you build a circuit, for example, and you've made an error, it will show you the error in a simple animation. So for example, when you overload the circuit, there will be smoke coming out, for example, something like that. So right now, she's assembling a circuit just to show you that this has that feature. He's going to purposely burn the circuit over here. So right now, he's attaching a battery. So for this circuit, it is appropriate to use this size of a battery with small power. And so right now, he's attaching a motor to this as well. So this is an okay circuit, but what if you attach a bit too much current to it? You can see that the motor breaks down. You can see that it cannot be used anymore. So what if you use a light bulb for the same amount of power? It blows as well. So this shows you that the software that is provided can do real-time simulation as well. So similarly, you can all the components that you are able to toggle, you can bring it up in an augmented perspective. You can break it down, you can remove individual components and pull it out from the screen. You can make it bigger, smaller. You can teach them how this DC motor works in principle, and many more. Okay, so that's about it from us in our live demo. So if you have any other questions, if you're interested in knowing more, you can later come and meet us over here. We'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you.